Hello there, aspiring tenors. Let's talk focus today. I will discuss which focus schools are the most important, which skills you should get first, and also how I like to farm focus. And I guess I'll mention some other opportunities as well, but personally, they're not for me. Now, the first one is obviously good old Cenaric. If you get to choose early on, as you do, go ahead and pick Cenaric. And if you pick something else, go ahead and repick into Cenaric. Cenaric has the single most important focus ability in the entire game, in my opinion, and it's this one, Energizing Dash. Having energy regen basically at your fingertips at any point is really good, especially if you can't afford a Arcane Energize yet. I don't think this is news to anyone, but yeah, obviously. And you have to get Energizing Pulse, but I would recommend maxing it as well, as you get a surprisingly large amount of energy from this over time. So the other schools which are worth getting is Mandori. You want to get Mandori specifically because of Void Strike. You use this exclusively for Eidolon hunting, which I will not get into. I'm not a specialist on Eidolon hunting, I'm actually really bad at it, but there's a million videos out there. Just know if you want to spec into something secondarily, it should be Void Strike. Now this last one is more of a hyper specific one, but you can get Yunaris Wisp here, and whenever you use your Void Blast attack, it will drop a Wisp, and this will double your operator's damage for 12 seconds. Nothing special, you use this for Eidolon hunting as well. That's basically the basis for it. Everything else is more so personal preference, but I will say that Yunari is also it gives you a little bit of a additional defensive layer. And then we have Neramon, which is basically the melee focus school. You use this for certain builds where you don't want your combo counter to deplete all at once. This is with Power Spike. Also, I will say that Vezarin, pretty useless. just a fair note, this is supposed to be the support tray, but I really find it to be pretty useless, unfortunately. Now, I've gone ahead and I prepared this build, which I think is very manageable. Most people should be able to get this within a reasonable amount of time. Now, in terms of actually gaining focus, it's very simple. You just go in here and you equip one of these lenses. If you equip a Neramon lens, then you will get focus for the Neramon skill tree whenever you gain affinity, converted with a coefficient of 1.25. You have like greater lenses and Eidolon lenses, which will convert a greater amount, but not exactly like you need it. With a Lure lens, you'll almost get 3%, but they do cost 100 each, and you will need at least 2 to be fully efficient. Don't worry about that. At the most, get greater lenses for now, but you can really get quite far with these basic lenses we got right here. For the build itself, it's very important that we have arrow mutation, because the bow really chews for ammunition quite quickly. But let's talk about Saren. I think she's the most interesting one. So this is basically the build. A good amount of range, a lot of strength, and I don't really care so much about these stats. They're nice, but they're not the main focus. The thing is, your spores reset between each round. Now, let me go ahead and show you where I actually farm my focus. Just a small note, but when you have a focus lens installed, these focus bolts will appear, and when you pick them up, then you will get 4 times as much focus for 45 seconds. It's all done in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, and well, let me just go ahead and show you. In terms of gameplay, it's actually really simple. You throw down your spores, and then you start blasting away with your Kuva Brahma, your spores being your first ability. Then, once you have about 300 to 400 spores, you want to go ahead and use Miasma, which is the 4th ability. This will pretty much kill everything on the screen, and that's about it. That's really all there is to it. It's not the most complicated thing, but you can expect something like 30 to 50,000 focus per round. Also, I will mention that you will be given a 3 focus ball at the beginning of each round. Not the first one, but everyone preceding that. So for the first 45 seconds, you really have to focus, and then after that you can relax between rounds. And yeah, I would recommend that you do this with a friend, but that comes up in another video, probably the next one, so that you can both level weapons and get focus at the same time. Anyways, best of luck farming focus 10.